Okay, this is a follow-up to my previous video on how to overhaul or diagnose a Mavic Freehub body issue. Again, when you start to develop a significant amount of play, when your cassette wiggles in and out this way, that's when you know that you need to at least get in there and clean it up. Or when it gets dry or starts to drag whenever you're freewheeling, it's another telltale sign. Okay, tools that you need: 5mm hex, 10, chain whip, lock ring tool, cassette lock ring tool, and some supplies here. Okay, first we're going to take off the quick release skewer. Remove the cassette. Okay, remove 2 spacers, whatever spacers you have there. Okay, you're going to take this end cap, you're going to pull it off. You may have to pry it a little bit. 10mm hex, insert it until it engages. Take a 5mm hex on the drive side until it comes out. Hold that Freehub body in. The axle can come out on the other side. Carefully lift the Freehub body up and watch for the springs and the paws to not go flying. Okay. Carefully remove each paw and spring. You see the spring is attached. There's the other one. And I also like to use, you can use whatever you want, but I have a big set of tweezers here that aren't sharp, and I like to use it to remove the Freehub body seal. It's down in here. And oh, can't lose this spacer washer that sits on top of that bearing, so set that aside. Okay, so now everything is removed, so I'm going to grab another paper towel. And you get extra points here for being neat and cleaning it up. And you're going to take rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just going to hit this up here. And actually, what I also like to use are Q-tips to get in there, clean it up as best as you can. Clean up the area where the paws and the springs sit. Again, you want to get as much as you can out because it's the grit and the abrasive material that kills the bushing in the Freehub body. And eventually, if you let it go too far, it grinds down on, let me get a pointer here. It actually grinds down on this area. And when that OD decreases, there's some issues here because can't really do much about it. Okay, so I'm going to again get this as clean as I can. I'm going to do the same for all the parts here. Clean that seal, inspect it, make sure there aren't any cuts or nicks in it, or that it isn't dry or cracked. Set it to the side. And then be careful with these paws and springs. Clean these up as best as you can. Make sure you don't lose that spring. If you do need to replace these, if they are worn, just so you know, these are the FTS-Ls. The FTS-X's, which have the red plastic piece and a little harder material, completely compatible, backwards compatible. So set that aside, clean this other one up. Okay, set that aside. Now I'll take the Freehub body, and again we're going to clean it up as best as we can. And this bushing, this yellow bushing here, is what actually, the ID of this bushing is what actually wears down, because this part rides on this nose of the hub. So you want to keep this as clean as you can, because Mavic doesn't offer a replacement. There's some aftermarket products out there, but I can't vouch for the quality, you know, of the material that they use. So again, okay, we're cleaning this all up, and it looks good. Now to reassemble, what we want to do is take the Freehub body seal, carefully slide it back down. You're going to carefully take a paw, set that back in there, and you want to make sure that the spring sits in a little hole there. And after you do one, you can hold that in while you take the other paw. Put it back in there. And next you're going to take some of the mineral oil. Mavic recommends, actually this is Pedro's Road Rage. It's getting hard to find, but it's mineral oil based, so you can use mineral oil too. But this is what the Tech Center at Mavic North America uses. So you're going to use, you put a couple drops by the seal. You don't have to go crazy with this. One over there on the paw, one of this on, drop over here, a little bit on top. And just for good measure, I like to just put a drop right in there. Don't forget to put this spacer washer right there, and you're going to slide the Freehub body back on. You're going to depress the paws to get it past there. I'm going to grab the axle. Again, make sure it's clean. I cleaned this out. Insert that in there. You're going to take the other axle end cap. I'm going to reinsert this. And make sure that that washer didn't move. There you go. We're going to hold this non-drive side. Again, snug it up. You don't have to go crazy. Here, just snug it up. Take this end cap, put a little bit of grease on here so whenever I have to get to it again, it won't be corroded. Okay, then we're going to reinstall the washers, then the 10-speed washer. Again, this is a Shimano. It's the same for Campy. It's just a different shape of the Freehub body. So this is just a regular maintenance overhaul, which should be done every 1,500 or so miles, depending on the severity of the conditions. If it's really wet and cruddy, you should do it more often, or if it's really dry and dusty, same thing. Now if you get to a point where there's a lot of rocking, you're going to have to replace the Freehub body itself, and I would replace the paws and the seal while you're at it.